The first time I witnessed their pain was when I was a little girl. I saw our neighbor brutally kill a dog that was actually stuck in his gate by striking him with an iron rod on his head. That that's where it all began. This incident had actually stuck in my mind. Over the years, I started feeding dogs from my pocket money, biscuits when I was going to school, buns when I went to college. When I was around 11, I rescued a pup from the gutter, not realizing that it was actually called a rescue. I just did what felt right at that time. That childhood incident fueled my compassion. Now I work to protect animals, remembering that moment when I first understood their pain. From a troubling memory, it grew into a commitment to kindness. One biscuit, one bun, and now one rescued pup at a time.
So I am Sai Geeta, basically the founder of Sharanaksh. So I have actually grown up with dogs, and the connection has always been there. In 2012, 2013, I started feeding dogs. Especially there was an accident case that I rescued but didn't survive, and then my eye started catching dogs that were sick, that were injured, and then two dogs that needed treatment. I started giving them medicines, but medicines were not enough, so we had to feed them for them to quickly recover. So 2 became 4, 4 became 20, 20 became 250 as of today. So that's also part of the Sharanaksh initiative right now. And from 2016, there were quite a few pups that were left on the road, and one after the other, there were total of around 13, 14 which were actually I rescued. Then I didn't have a place to keep them, and I kept them in a car junkyard where I was lucky enough to find space. And right opposite that junkyard there was a empty land which was in litigation. So I started taking care of the dog. I cleared up the land and made a small shed, and I started taking care of all the pups there. They slowly started growing up. But again, after some time, people started complaining, people started, throwing stones at them. Then there was a mob attack on us. So we moved into a village called Avati, where it was just a half an acre land. But then last year, we were forced to vacate. We were given only 6 months time to actually vacate the place. There were a lot of issues there. We had water shortage, we had electricity issues. We took it up and we started looking for alternate space. And after a lot of struggles, we had in fact even put up a campaign to raise funds last year, but we couldn't. So I had to ultimately pledge all my jewelry to actually get the construction done for the new shelter. Also, there were a couple of very kind people who came forward to help us with the construction. But and that is how we moved in September 2023 to the new premises here in closer to Nandi Hills. We are in the rural area, so most of the rescues that happen are around villages here. We are the only shelter here, so we don't get enough funds to get dogs rescued or treated, or so we've never been able to afford a full-time vet as of now. Having a full-time vet at the shelter, which will make it much easier for us to give 100% towards taking care of the dogs. Even now we do, but we don't. We always believe in quality rather than the number of dogs we take in. So we give our best effort to get the ones that we rescue to recovery. And secondly, we need funds to make a designated paralyzed space. So we need a lot of pavers and we need smooth tiles, which obviously has been costing a lot. So we are trying to raise funds for that. And obviously to clear our medical bills as well, and a new ambulance. We have a second-hand vehicle, but that keeps shutting down every now and then, and that is the only vehicle that we have. So I usually use my personal vehicle in case there's an emergency. as well. Even the local sterilizations as well. This doesn't come under the BBMP area, so we put in a lot of personal funds to get the local dogs sterilized. So, and obviously once all these are sorted, we would like to make an effort into making the shelter self-sustainable, so that there is never a shortage of funds and we are able to help more and more animals. What we see is a lot of rescuers struggle with funds, and probably they step back from rescuing because they know they can't afford. And maybe if we give them that helping hand in giving them that confidence that yes, they can come without the fear of having to pay, maybe we'll have more and more people step up and get dogs to the clinic and get them treated. We can probably come up with smaller hubs across the city to actually maybe give the rescuers in charge of taking care of them. But that will only happen once we have enough and more funds to set that kind of facilities. And also the plan is to provide a free specialty clinic for dogs that are rescued. I personally like to give them a very happy place instead of just because they are street dogs doesn't mean they don't deserve a happy place. I would definitely like to focus on special needs dogs, a special space for them where we don't have to give up on them. And most of them think that they don't deserve to live or they don't have the quality of life. But that is the quality of life we would like to give them, and by providing them that extra playful space, the peaceful space. Absolutely, like I mentioned earlier, we are in the rural area, and moreover, this cause is not something that I believe is a one-man show. I never say this is my shelter, this is our shelter, where a community as a whole needs to come together to work on this. So volunteers are more than welcome. People who want to collaborate, or companies, or anyone who wants to come and help out on even on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, whatever is convenient to you, we are more than welcome to come and speak to us. We can discuss our plans, and yes, we can take it forward. Thank you everyone for supporting us so far. It's been 5 years, and without even the smallest of contribution, we wouldn't be where we are today. But we would like to grow, and we would like to grow with you. So please come and visit us if you haven't visited us so far. And we would like to talk to you in person, meet you. You can meet the dogs, maybe adopt one as well. And many more collaborations could happen even with the slightest of talks. So please do come by and support us in every way that you can. Share and like us on Instagram and any social media handle we are on. So thank you so much again.